The M&M's race weekend here in Fontana set to come to a close as we prepare for the M&M's 400 to be run here today, the fifth race of the Snickers Cup Series. Matthew Rodriguez, who yesterday felt that the win was a coulda, woulda, shoulda, but yet lost it to the guy who's going to be starting behind him in row 2 on the outside, Timmy Pacioli. He's going to be rolling off first with the new sponsorship of the Chicago Cubs, a nice looking paint scheme there. To his high side is going to be Matt Smith in the Burger King Toyota. Anthony Notter and Timmy Pacioli piloting a Lowe's paint scheme today will be row 2. But a few top stories before we get to the rest of the starting lineup. For one, Brandon Gonzalez. We were talking about him trying to make this race. He has done so. He's going to be rolling off, I believe, from the 15th position. So he's going to be trying to flex some muscles, show that he belongs in this business, and if so, he may be offered some rides down in the Truck Series and Mobile One Cup Series as well. Also, we've got a new looking paint scheme, actually a new looking number, the number 80 Slim Jim Ford Fusion for Joseph Bryant. He moves over to that ride. It is offered to him by Cole and Bryant Motorsports. So it'll be interesting to see how that single car race team will be able to do for the rest of the season. You're going to see a lot of new paint schemes here today. That's because I've been able to find some, and if you want to know where I get them, just ask me. I'll let you know. You know, some people have asked, and they're actually really, really cool paint schemes, and so I use as many of them as I can, so that way each race is just a little bit different. So Matthew Rodriguez and Matt Smith are on row 1. Anthony Notter and Timmy Pacioli, row 2. Anthony McCrory and Logan Wilson make up row 3. Row 4 with Joseph Bryant and Patrick Scroggins. Row 5 is Robert Bann and Jake Berg. Row 6, Wyatt Johnston and Michael Harvey. Sean Galligan in row 7 with Andrew Gonzalez. Row 8 is going to be Brandon Gonzalez and Noel Stiller. Then in row 9, we've got Christian James. That's a Peanuts sponsorship right there. That's actually a really cool looking car. And he's got Alex Band to his high side. Then we've got a different sponsorship for Kenny McCrory with Daniel Schwab to his high side. Driving the Coca-Cola paint scheme this week is going to be Adam Chambers with Angel D'Souza to the high side. Then Doug Shears and Lisa Shears make up that row with Martin Zakala running an identical paint scheme to his teammate Timmy Pacioli, so it'll be kind of difficult to kind of tell who is who during the course of the race, but Alex Filter to his high side. Then it's Brian Fleener and Paola Gonzalez. The Whittier sponsorship on the Philip Stiller car today with Arnold Columbia to his high side. Colin Cropley, and his high side is going to be James Bald. Then it's Noah Cars and Mark George. Vincent Marsh and Ben Stern. Brittany Poe and Jake Cole. Chad Skinner and Nick Eggleston with the Golden Corral sponsorship this week. And Jordan Hester to the outside, to the inside of the final row is John Worry. John Worry piloting a rather unusual sponsorship for the 14 car. Normally we expect to see Office Depot or Old Spice on the car. He's sponsoring Facebook today. And actually he said he's going to be having that paint scheme at Talladega in 2 weeks as well. Said that Facebook is all about finding friends, and at Talladega, your friends are where you find them as well. So he thinks it's appropriate that Facebook be a sponsorship for there. But today he's kind of inaugurating.
Start your engines.
Today he's kind of inaugurating Facebook as the sponsorship for his race here today at California. So we get set to get underway. Now, there may be some Los Angeles Dodgers fans in the stands or some LA Angel fans in the stands that don't appreciate seeing the Chicago Cubs on the hood of Matthew Rodriguez. But nonetheless, Rodriguez and the Cubs are on the pole for today's race. So, he is going to start on the inside of row 1 with Matt Smith to his high side. It'll be interesting to see if he and Pacioli will come down to the stripe again this race. We had a 22 1,000ths of a second finish yesterday in the Mobile One Cup Series race. Pacioli starting in 4th, Matthew Rodriguez in the 1st spot as we will get set to get underway. Green flag in the air. So many questions here today. How will Bryant do in his single car race car? How will Brandon Gonzalez do in his first ever start in the NNSCRA Series? Green flag out, and it's Matthew Rodriguez out in front, but Anthony Nodder pressuring him for the lead right now. Nodder right up on the back bumper, but does not put a move on him yet. He probably will when they get down here into turn number 3. By the way, I've been not mentioning really any point standings, and I'm actually rather surprised that I didn't. And thank you very much, Amp88 Godale, for being points tracker for this series. Do a great job. I really appreciate it. And because of him... Oh, I think the caution's out. Yeah, it is. Oh, Jake Cole off the pace. Nick Eggleston also off the pace. I think those two may have made some contact. But that puts us under the caution flag. Let's take a look and see what happened real quickly. Well, this happened in the back of the pack, but yet this still could have been pretty dangerous. Look at this. Nick Eggleston comes right up on the back bumper of Jake Cole. They're coming off of turn number 2, and he just gets into Jake Cole, turns him sideways. Oh, and there was some contact there for Chad Skinner, I think. Yeah, I think the Facebook car of John Worry, I think he made it through that. But Chad Skinner's got a little bit of damage, but Jake Cole goes into a 4-wheel slide, rights the car, continues on. We'll have to see what the damage is for Chad Skinner, who did get into Jake Cole a bit there. But that's what puts us under the caution flag right now here on lap number 1. Well, obviously that wreck wasn't really anything as far as damaging race cars. It wasn't fatal for anybody. Everybody that was involved has returned to the racetrack, including Jake Cole and Chad Skinner. So I was just going to go through point standings, where certain drivers are running in the point standings. Let's take a look real quickly right now at the top 10 at these drivers that are in the standings, and then we'll take a look and see where our top runners in the standings are running. Okay, so we got Anthony Nodder. He comes in 22nd in the point standings. Matthew Rodriguez, who lines up in 2nd, comes in 31st in the point standings. Then we got Anthony McCurry in 3rd. McCurry comes in 6th in the point standings. Robert Ban, who's in 4th right now, he comes in 28th in the point standings. And Joseph Bryant, who's 5th, comes in 18th in the point standings. Logan Wilson, he's running in the 6th position right now. He comes into this race 24th in the point standings. Sean Galligan is in 7th right now. He, in the point standings, is currently in the 4th position, so he's the highest running driver there. And how about this? This guy doesn't have any points yet, but he's 8th. Brandon Gonzalez, his first start. Great run so far for the 78 car. Michael Harvey, he's in 9th. He is 37th in the point standings. And Matt Smith runs in 10th. He right now is 9th in the point standings. Let's see where our points leader coming into this race. Lisa Shears, after her win at Bristol. Where is she running? Currently back of the pack in the 25th position. Adam Chambers, in that it's a single car race team, but it gets its cars and everything for Hendrick Motorsports. He is 2nd in the standings. He's running right now in the 12th position. Christian James, let's see where he's running. He comes into this race 3rd in the points. He's currently running in the 19th position. And also, we showed you Sean Galligan where he was running. Kenny McCurry in the 3 car. He comes in 5th in the standings. He's running in the 14th position. So, and also a driver that really has been in the series since the beginning, Mark George. He's having a tough time in this series. He's currently running 35th right now. He's 35th in the standings. He could lose being in the top 35 here today because the guy running 36th in the standings, Patrick Scroggins, he is 15th. So that could be a problem for Mark George here today if he doesn't step it up and get going very soon. So we will go under the green flag on lap 6 of 25 with Anthony Nodder, Matthew Rodriguez, Anthony McCurry, Robert Ban, and Joseph Bryant, the top 5. Bryant putting together a good run so far in the Colin Bryant Motorsports entry, that single car race team making its debut here today. So here we go. Green flag back in the air for the restart, and we are underway. Anthony Nodder leads them down. But Matthew Rodriguez, just like that, going to go down to the inside. But I don't know if you were noticing, but in the during the rundown, a lot of these drivers up at the front are not doing well in the standings, so they're looking for California to be their breakout race. And here comes Anthony McCurry to the inside. Anthony McCurry looking to take the lead as he gets down to that inside line. Robert Band stuck there in the middle. Here comes Sean Galligan as well. Sean Galligan, also Logan Wilson. Wilson's been to victory lane already this year at Daytona. But it's very likely, or actually, yes, he did actually go to victory lane at Daytona. I'm getting certain series mixed up here. Anthony McCurry to the point. Sean Galligan moves into second. Galligan had a great run in the Mobile One Cup Series. He'd love to be able to continue on here today. Galligan comes into this race fourth in the standings. If he continues this run, he could leave with the points lead. But Anthony McCurry comes in sixth in the standings as well. So it's a battle between guys that are in the top 10 as Galligan gets to the inside. The Dollar General sponsorship, ever since it came on board with Sean Galligan replacing US Chrome, it seems like Galligan has been better and better in these Snickers Cup Series races as he takes over the lead. But here comes Logan Wilson and the single car race team of Joseph Bryant. Oh, and there's a car off the pace. That's Martin Zakala. What happened to Zakala? He's off the pace and everybody's going by him. Something happened to the 48 car. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to get a report of what happened to Zakala's Lowe's Impala, but I'm not getting any report yet. This is actually the second race. He had this happen in the Mobile One Cup Series as well. Oh, wow. Did you see that? No love between teammates. Just shoved Timmy Pacioli up the racetrack. Not really certain exactly what happened to him, but here comes Joseph Bryant looking for the lead. Joseph Bryant left the Front Row Motorsports, or Furniture Row Racing, to drive this race car, and he is out in front. Colin Bryant Motorsports showing the way here at California. Now I'm still very confused and still very curious as to what happened to Martin Zakala. I'm wondering if he got turned. Wonder if he got turned and spun. Because I'm seeing some spin marks there on the back stretch. And I'm wondering if they're from him. Here comes Galligan back to the inside. And another player coming up that we didn't talk about for a while. Alex Band. He's actually been having a horrible season so far in that 92 car. He's been, I think in the last two races he's been in this series, he's been involved in wrecks. Comes in 23rd in the standings, however. But Noel Stiller is also starting to move his way up in the 6 car. He comes in 12th in the standings. And Michael Harvey trying to make some headway. He came in mid-season and he's 37th in the standings. Got a win in the Truck Series, but no wins so far here in the Snickers Cup Series. Alex Band now to the inside of Joseph Bryant. That's for second. Let's look back there at that good battle for the second position. Alex Band down low, Joseph Bryant up high. I'm seeing Timmy Pacioli and Doug Shears starting to come up.